Hi, Taurus. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence that we are going to scry for shapes and symbols that speak. In the spirit of October, it's your bloody ink blot with red and black. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and as well we have a ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. Receive or release freely. Thank you. I feel like I'm very particular in your reading, and I'm kind of digging it. It's like these subtleties of specifics, but they're not, not like in my way.
Tuesday.
I'm like very happy to just make these minor adjustments. That's what it makes me feel like, minor adjustments. You also got some sage here going, so if you want to take in that smudge, you're welcome to. All right, Taurians, thank you so much for being here, for being my muse, and for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I'm going to take a moment here to tune in. You're welcome to join me. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Taurians, into the subtleties. Okay, and coming right at me here, I'm seeing these two beings on the side. And if you I'm going to say the olden days, or maybe even just movies, the way it's depicted, and it's like the king or queen or somebody of importance anyway, someone of a particular stature, they're carried, it's like the stick things, and then it's not a carriage because there's no wheels, they're carried, so it's a carriage, but they're carried, and it has the curtain things, and it's coming at me. It's and they're here. That's what it makes me feel like, and when your presence steps in, or if it reaches whatever destination it may be, it's you're here. It does feel very royal, or it's of a certain stature, position, and I don't know if have come into that already, or this is in your aura that you're it doesn't feel like an ego thing. And even if it feeds the ego in a healthy way, the way it is externally expressed, a healthy ego is very well. It leads by example. I'm just going to turn you down here just a titch. Thank you. So maybe in regards to what should you do is consider that when you reach maybe that position or that partner, that commitment, whatever the case is, right? You know the drill. Whatever the channels are for you, whatever you're contemplating, is imagining that you have that, or maybe you're in it and you don't need to imagine it. It's what are you going to do with this? Because it could be feeding this part of you that's fantastic. And it's many people before you, or maybe people around you, you've seen how maybe it's the power, the position, the stature was abused. And you're no, I'm going to lead by example. That's how it makes me feel because I feel when this is coming at me, I'm really happy you're here. It's not a, oh no, I don't know, whatever. They're here. It feels celebratory, your presence is celebrated. Okay, that seems like a really long-winded way to get there. But nonetheless, we were carried. Curiously, but we were carried. I'm also seeing a helicopter. I'm hearing very specifically, and I don't know much about it, Black Hawk Down. So I don't know if that symbol means anything to anyone. And that helicopter is down here. And it kind of makes me feel without knowing anything about it, and we don't have to, but if that symbol, the helicopter, or that specific wordage means anything, of course, follow your own intuition versus my yammerings, but thank you for being here. If there's something that you've defeated, and that could even be the ego, or something along that lines. It doesn't, again, I'm not going to poo-poo on the ego because it has its place and its energy form is important in the alchemy of how the, cause and effects and the responsibility and accountability. But it feels like something has been done and dealt with.
Undecided.
Are you undecided if you've actually done it? Cleared the karma, if I may, or you've released yourself from something that it might not have made sense on the surface, or but I feel like it was the right thing to do, even if it wasn't understood. I feel like it was the right thing to do, and you did it. Something about your ethics and morals, the only thing that you can speak to and uphold, not necessarily everyone else's. Does that make sense? Okay, also, if there is recently, a burial, condolences. I am seeing them being, it looks like an older gentleman. And when I say recent, again, it could be within the last decade or so that they were laid to rest. Feels like a gentleman, older. Might have been a drinker, just like to, and I don't mean like a, alcoholic or boozer. I mean like they just enjoyed the spirits of such. Good time having a beer. That's how I'm seeing it, like having a beer. Kind of really laid back. Okay, Taurians, sorry. I'm getting distracted as I'm moving up. Distracted in a good way, of course. Oops. Yeah, somebody from beyond the grave, Taurians, is connecting with you, working with you. And that's them, like right there. Right there. Like maybe you were a pallbearer, is that the right word? And or you spoke at their celebration of life, wake, funeral, etc. They're very proud of the judgments you're making. You have been made. It's like they want to pop up to say that.
Coming to get me.
Yeah, if you got that E.B. Cray feeling, it could, again, it could be a little bit misunderstood. Just their frequency's a little different. So I gotta bring it down here for a moment. I'm seeing is it a clam? Clamshell? We've been keeping your mouth shut about something, Taurians. We have here the Three of Swords, I think, yep. These cards mean anything to you. The name Daniel is coming through.
Come over here.
Okay, one moment. I'm seeing, I feel like that was a really long pause. Taurians, there's this whole story coming through. I don't know if it's like a rye bottle. I think it might be rye. A jumping rope? Is that? But it's like double Dutch. It's double Dutch. And then you also have the Knave of Holy Waters. I don't know if it's a partner that passed or one of your parents. That's what it makes me feel like. What's this top card? Okay, yep. So, again, partner or parents. Either or, if they are animated or in the afterlife aura, there might be a feminine that's worried or worries.
Why are you here?
Judgment and justice. Okay, it's shifting on me. I'm going to bring it back down. Sorry, your reading just went into a whole other rabbit hole. I'm going to try not to constipate it. There's something within me as a guest in the Taurian aura that feels very sad when I think of this person that passed.
Dark.
But yet, I am seeing a frog that is very, very strong, like a muscled up frog. I feel like the frog symbology may mean something to somebody, but like this frog is strength training. And the double Dutch, that skipping game, I think they are
Planet.
caterpillars, and they have a top hat on, and they are playing. That's why I'm seeing it as double Dutch, because, well, I guess, yeah, but they're doing it in many of their caterpillar arms. So there's many
Bathroom.
layers of this game going on. This game or this skill set. I'm also seeing a trophy. I'm seeing Forrest Gump. They're on the shrimp boat. Is it bubblegum shrimp? But it's the gentleman that he works with on the boat. Is there something about the lip?
Guide.
Somebody's coming in to help. I can see they're coming in over there. Whatever it is that you are this is so interesting, because it's like somebody worries. It's like heart health. Oh, because this, when, let's just say your father passed and this is, in the family. So it's like somebody worries, like, get this checked up on, or something along this lines. Or this, okay, somebody else might be perceiving your drive as stressful, and they worry. Granted, I feel like those judgments, you understand if you're pushing yourself too far or are stressing out. On the other hand, Taurians, I'm feeling like what another person's perception is that causes them stress is different than your degree of it. Because now I'm seeing like the limbo game, dun, 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 and it's like there's just different bending because I've been working on something. Your partner is important. But I want to note how, whether in the animated or aura or afterlife aura, it's like you have the same weapons of choice. And there's that song, Weapons of Choice. But they're different. You know what I mean? Like they're both of this kind of choice,
Jim,
but they're their own shape, their own agility, like made for me, excuse me. Taurians, I feel like this is intense. Sorry if I've kind of gotten lost in here. Divine guidance, yeah. There's somebody in spirit that keeps coming up to praise you, but they are of a guidance. Somebody going off to Hollywood? Or something along that lines. There's that frog. Is the frog in there? And then there he is there. It's a trophy. What
pleasure.
What is also the Golden Gate Bridge? Change. Creativity. Okay. We'll take two more. Get your paranormal poker hand here.
Fly.
Taurians. Destiny. I got chills. They're multiplying. Financial securities on the bottom. You're working hard. That's why I'm okay when I'm in this carriage. That's not a carriage, but I'm being carried. This carried carriage. I'm being careful. Like, I feel like you've accomplished something that people might have, like, if you moved away to become an actor in Hollywood, I don't know if that's the actual thing, but it's something along that lines. And there is worrisome, very chilly in your reading. I'm very chilly.
Tuesday.
Excuse me. And Tuesday came up again. Maybe Mars is Tuesday associated with the planet Mars, I believe. And it's like your parents worried that you're going, maybe you joined the military or you took a career differently, whatever the case is. I can't get constipated there, but they worried. And now if you had a parent that has passed, it's like they're coming up to say, I'm so proud of you. And they help carry this carriage with no wheels. Your partner also seems to help you. And if it's not a physical partner, it's your other parts of yourself, your spiritual to your physical, your drive in the material world, and your understanding and heeding and hearing the multidimensional multiverse messages, the mystic and the mundane. You're divinely guided very strongly, but I feel like you're also you have built this compass for you to follow. Like you're following some sort of true north and accolades for it, because something about ethics and morals is blatantly stepping forward. And yes, there have been sacrifices. Absolutely, there's been sacrifices, but you've made them consciously. Oh, any mistakes you've made, you've cleared up the karma. And I'm not saying that in some will, you've legitimately, even if it's not complete, right? And you're undecided if it's complete. I feel like the nuances of people, places, or things, situations, when I respond, when I react in everyday life, you notice your change, subtleties, and not because anything was wrong with you before. It's just growth. Your growth towards what it is that is important to you, to the version of yourself you see in you. Does this make sense? That I feel I can be, and I've been disciplined. But also some of it feels very, very quiet. It's like seeing one of those people, and when I say one of those people, worship, that you would never guess goes to church, or you would never know goes out in nature and meditates. Like maybe you just, whatever their position again or stature is, you would never know that they have the appreciation for the fine arts, and they go and see a psychic once a month, or they go to a holistic healing, or they get their chakras calibrated. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it would seem like a mismatch, but that's because it's not about that. They're doing things to help this part of them that is expressed, and with the whole ego thing coming in very clearly, so it's healthy. Because there's decisions, maybe in the position that you're in, family, personal, professional, you have to make decisions not everyone likes. But they do need to feel trust and respect that you've made it. And you have made it in this whole consideration. Okay, I'm going to get ready to close out here, but Taurians, elixir of life and destiny.
Blood.
Oh, this is incredibly deep. It's a very deep reading. I hope I have not butchered the depths of this. I keep hearing the words like divine and defend the divine within myself, but it's almost like I don't need to do that because I don't really maybe I don't share that with others. And even if I do, I'm very mindful if I share, like, because I keep seeing like people, I was going to say your secret, asking like, what do you do? Like, how did you accomplish this? Or how do you appear so balanced? They want to know your secret, your elixir of life, this trophy. That's being carried to you now.
Finish.
All right. Because you are on the divine destiny path. Not fate. Anywho, Taurians, I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to ground after this. But this was beautiful. I do hope, I don't even know if I said please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to those that do and donate. I am sorry if I did not express my gratitude. I can get very invested sometimes in your guys' aura. So thank you for that. We'll flip it for later on in the month, and we'll take a look at it again from a different perspective for perspective possibilities. I'm kind of astounded in the profoundness of this reading, Taurians. So thank you for being you, and until next time.